Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of the Coaching RTG with South Alabama defensive coordinator SillyJem. All right, this is the final episode of season 1. We are in week 15. We are practically at the end of the season. Couple things we'll go over. So just go ahead and quick disclaimer: this episode is going to have a lot of recruiting in it. It's kind of why I made this intro part longer than normal. I would have really just cut this out, but it's going to have a lot of recruiting in it. I want to let y'all know off rip. It's going to have a lot of recruiting. It is sped up, but I'm going to leave the timestamp in the comments for y'all to jump to gameplay, or at least closer to gameplay, like the beginning of the new season type of deal. All right. So I have 2 timestamps in there. Y'all go ahead and use whichever one you want. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We do have some recruiting to do. We are currently 8-4. We're in week 15. I believe I already updated y'all on the status of the conference championship. We did not make the conference championship because of our loss to Louisiana, um, which happened to be our only conference loss, but was more than enough to put us out of the conference championship because we're in the same division as Louisiana. But here we go with some recruiting. Now, go ahead and kind of explain, as you guys will see going through this, looking at different prospects, you'll see I'm kind of going into certain stuff and I kind of back out multiple times. You'll see that going through. You'll see me go to the needs list a lot. Reason being is because I'm trying to keep my recruiting to just a defensive coordinator perspective, right? I am not using all of the hours for recruiting. I'm using some of them, but you'll notice sometimes all the points are gone, close to gone, or when all the points are there, I still try not to use all of them, right? Because I'm recruiting from a defensive coordinator perspective. You'll also start to see at some point throughout the episode, you'll see that sometimes some players will have deal breakers, but points are still allocated to them. That's because the head coach, or even the head coach has the ability to recruit that player. I'm just the defensive coordinator once again, right? So it's very, very realistic. Of course, if you are new here, then you don't understand why I'm only recruiting defensive players. It's because I'm the defensive coordinator. That's my focus, is just the defensive side of the football. So right now, going through middle linebackers, our focus right now is linebackers for the most part. That's the position we need the most in terms of talent, not even just in terms of like a number, but we definitely need linebackers the most. We have a few commits on the team already, but here we are at the end of the season. We got to start to reel some of these guys in, man. Just going after more prospects, trying to fill out some of these gaps in the defense, trying to assess as much talent as possible, because it is 100% necessary. Okay, we got to fill these gaps. We got to close the gap quick, because next season we're trying to actually compete for that conference championship, win it, and either get into a bowl game or something of that sort towards the end of the next season. We should make a bowl game this season, so we'll see. Coming up here in a bit, and we'll see if which one we make. We're definitely going to make one. So I think you're bowl eligible at 6 wins. We're 8-4, so definitely going to make a bowl. We'll just have to see, which one that is and who our opponent is. Yes, like I said, man, kind of in the lead for some of these guys. Not too much I have to do, is just continue to distribute points where they're needed, go for the best prospects, etc. Right? It's kind of basically what I'm focusing on. All right, y'all. So another thing I noticed is with the skills tree, right, for coaching skills. I didn't know. I told y'all in the last episode, I didn't know that you can unlock the branches with points. So as you can see, I'm going through here. I'm filling out motivator, basically maxed it out, right? And then I unlocked the tactician branch, basically. All right, now I'm advancing the week, but I didn't know you could do that. So that's why right now I'm kind of going through that. And that's going to be another one of my focuses as we get ready to head into the off season, is having that ready, basically. But yeah, man, definitely getting familiar with a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that I am not familiar with. Like I said, like I've said in other episodes, I've only played. This is my first time playing Dynasty mode, so all of this stuff is brand new to me. I've played the game before. I understand how to play the game. That's why I'm not doing as much user stuff in terms of on the field. Try to keep it to a minimum. But in terms of like the actual interface of Dynasty mode, through the menus and stuff, that stuff is completely different. It's brand new to me. So here's the conference standings and stuff right now. So same thing. Louisiana is still in front, which is why we won't make it. All right. They are in front with that head-to-head victory. We were right behind them. Right behind them. We had won that game, we would have been in the conference championship. That pretty much made all of the difference. So now at this point, we're just skipping through because we don't have anything left. We don't have any other games at the end of the season. So we're skipping through through the conference championships and into bowl season. All right. Heisman Trophy winner there. And we do have a bowl game. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. But when I was originally recording this, I'm going to be vulnerable here. All right. Oh, hold on real quick. So Arizona State, I have offers as defensive coordinator for Arizona State, for Southern Miss, for Virginia, and Western Kentucky. Just so y'all know. But like I was saying, that bowl game, I ended up skipping that bowl game. I sim passed it, not on purpose. I didn't sim pass it on purpose. I was, doing recruiting, whatever. But I was kind of upset about the Louisiana loss that I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention when I simmed the week, and basically I ended up simming past the game. So don't worry, I did play a game after all of this stuff. This was like 3 or 4 hours worth of gameplay that I obviously cut down, but I played a game at the end, so y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna timestamp it, and you can see the gameplay. All right, back into recruiting now. All right, basically going through different guys, and pretty much what I'm doing is kind of scouting out my board and seeing who we're in the running for, who we lost out on. Kind of analyzing that and getting ready to start getting into some intense recruiting for signing day, for national signing day. As you can see, early signing day is right there. Things of that sort. I view my job offers. We got staff moves and stuff like that, which isn't really relevant to us right now, but it's all good. I think next season I'm gonna keep an eye on the offensive recruits as well, just to see who we got coming in. Okay, so Akil Washington, Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Week. Big time, man. Big time superstar right there for us. If I'm not mistaken, this his last season, so we won't have him next year. But he performed really great for us this season, so that's much appreciated. Here goes some of the bowl games I'm showing y'all right now. See, that's where I simmed it. We did lose 35-14. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. We could have won that game, but honestly, it really didn't matter too much. Of course, as a head coach, that probably does matter a little more. Even as a defensive coordinator, it's better to have that win under your belt. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, man. We're focused on the next season. We're getting ready for that and getting ready to go into that to try to chase our goals all over again and try to correct our mistakes so we can actually hit those goals this time, But yeah, man, a lot of reshaping the recruiting board and trying to figure out what we're looking at and who we need. Ohio State won the national championship from what it looks like against Miami. Miami made it to the national championship. It's crazy. Still kind of, like I said, skipping through, got players leaving and stuff like that. All right, so here are the team stats. We are number 2 in total yards allowed. Total yards allowed. This is overall. This is passing and rushing. Number 2 defense in the country, in the entire nation. This is not conference. Okay? This is not conference. Number 2 defense. Then we got number 1 rush defense. Number 1 rush defense in the entire country. But we've been known that we were the best run defense all year. Okay? We did not have the best pass defense. which is okay. But our pass defense wasn't that bad. I think we were top 10 for sure. Looked like we were number 6 there. So not too bad. Like I said, overall we played really well as a defense. Overall, of course, we do play somewhat lesser competition, so that's kind of just how it goes, man. But that's not bad of a performance in year one. Like I said, figuring out a lot of the defense, figuring out a lot of different things about how this mode works. So, same effects as a young coach would have. That's pretty much how it is. We had a commit from Bridge there. Now we're looking at Rowe, trying to bring him in as another free safety. I wasn't going too heavy on the free safety because I think we only needed one, so Rowe would kind of just be extra, but it wouldn't be bad to have more bodies, right? Just potential and stuff like that. So one thing I did notice, 3 stars was added to the board. We had some 3 stars because mostly it was 2 stars we were looking at for the most part, but some 3 stars were added to the board, and I didn't realize that we were actually in interest, or like there were 3 stars that were interested in us, like a lot. Very interested in us. So I actually went through and kind of threw some more on there after the CPU threw some on there so that we can get some more talent, man. But like I say, for next year going into recruiting, I'll know that, and the recruiting will be a lot better for the next season. So definitely looking forward to season 3 more so than season 2, because I kind of shorted us a little bit on the recruiting, but we'll see how we make out here, man. Looking at the middle linebackers, outside linebacker is definitely the main position for us to be checking out and making sure that's the most well-rounded, because that's our weakest link. Our linebackers are slow. They're definitely the lowest overall when you really pay attention to it, and we actually don't have that many bodies, man. The drop-off is very far after our starters. We're not in the race for that guy at all, or him. I think that bottom guy we were in the race for. Just offer him a Scully. Gave him an offer, man. Go ahead and just see if we can kind of get in the running for him. If we can come back something, we can make something happen. Yeah, I'm not in the running for any of those guys, so we're gonna have to reshape that whole thing probably, and just find some guys who are actually interested. But that's no problem. We got time to do it. Like I say, it's a couple weeks into the off season, so we got some time. Like I said, we're late on these guys, so we're pretty much running them down. We have to run down everybody who's already been recruiting them, and then try to beat them out, right? So it's gonna be difficult to do, but I mean, hey, it's the name of the game. We gotta at least give it a shot. There's no point in not trying, because if we hit on one of these guys, that's gonna be a huge game for us. All right, looking at the D tackles. We had a commit there. We got a right end commit. He's been committed for a minute. I think he was one of our first, to be honest, but him and the free safety. One-star guy up there. So as you can see, man, some of these guys have interest in us. A lot of missed prospects, like a lot of these guys we got to get on the board because they're interested in us and we haven't pursued them. Once again, don't be mad at me, man. I understand. This is all brand new to me. I have not played this mode. This is my first time ever playing this mode, or at least for this game. Of course, obviously I played the older games, but this is my first time playing this mode. I don't really know how a lot of this stuff works. All right, and I was trying to take the approach as a defensive coordinator not to get too involved with recruiting. So I didn't really want to go and add a lot of people to the recruiting board. But seeing that we have potential and interested prospects at a higher level, that's obviously that's fair game. So I'll know that going into the second season. So just doing a little bit of reordering, getting some guys that are more interested on here and start going for them. I think in this the National Signing Day leading up to National Signing Day is 4 total weeks. You can do a visit on those 4 weeks, but on that 4th week, if you haven't really done what you're supposed to do, it's not really going to work out for you. Basically, is how it looks from what I've seen so far. Draft results. We did get a Boston. So he was the one that got the pick in the last episode in one of the games we were winning big. He went in round 5, which is huge. First year defensive coordinator, and I got a 5th round draft pick. All right, no, that's not first round or second round or anything of importance really. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a defensive coordinator at South Alabama, and I got a 5th round draft pick. Right, just like that. Doing work. All right, so we're currently in week 2 of the offseason recruiting, heading towards National Signing Day. Like I say, man, we jumping in here just looking at who we got. We're going to continue to go through and sift through these guys and just kind of add points where we can. I still have the CPU doing a lot of this stuff, all right? So they'll allocate points. As you can see, the hours up there, we only have 290 out of 675. So I'm not using all of the points. The CPU is allocated points to some of the offensive players, to some of the defensive players, like all around basically. And then I kind of use the points that are left over to adjust to my personal liking as defensive coordinator and guys I think we need on the defense and on defense only. I don't touch no offense. But next season, I'm going to look at offense, not touch them. Won't be touching any of the, like doing any recruiting for the offense. I'm going to just look and see who they're going after and, it's kind of seeing if they're going to have some good talent coming in and stuff like that. Keep an eye on it. Like I said, just sifting around some of the recruiting board, getting guys on and off that are not interested or that are pretty much just out of reach, right? Kind of getting those guys off and getting new guys on who are interested and who are more probable to be able to close out and get them to commit to the school. At the end of the day, we need bodies, man. We need a bunch of bodies. So we need guys that are interested in coming here and, getting on the field, man. Recruiting strategy is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, basically what I do is if they are a top prospect or somebody we really want and even more so need, and they're a good talent, I'm sending the house, full house. They're getting the scholarship. They're getting that full 50 points. And guys that we don't need or that don't seem like top priority, we kind of allocate points as necessary. Kind of just go from there. So basically, like I said, right now I'm keeping the recruiting process simple. Oh, we're really in the lead for this guy. He's a 3-star. So we might have a 3-star defensive tackle on the way, man. We got everybody beat out right here for Bryant. So that's looking good for us right now. Some of these guys are JUCO guys. I didn't really pay attention to a lot of that, but like Bryant, he's a JUCO guy. He's a transfer. And some of these guys are high school. So, also looking at that and, I don't know if any of them are more easy, but like I said, as I spend more time on this, I'll start to figure out that, transfer recruits are easier to get to commit than, straight out of high school guys or vice versa. I don't know which one is easier, but somebody more experienced in the dynasty mode will know that. They'll know that off the rip. So maybe I need to go do my homework and watch some of these other guys who play Dynasty a lot. Yeah. So if you were looking at the needs, man, I need 5 total linebackers. That's the 2 outside positions and the middle linebacker. 5 total. 3 corners, 3 defensive tackles, a left end and a right end, and a strong safety. So 14 guys total. All right, and right now, look like we only got a couple signed. So, we're working on it, man. One step at a time. Linebacker is definitely the most important, though, for sure. For sure. And like I said, that's not needs-wise only. That's also talent-wise. That's our weakest position when you look at it from an overall standpoint. Really glad we started to see like we can get some 3-star guys, more talented guys that are actually interested in us, because we're definitely gonna need that at the linebacker position to get more guys who can fly around, see what I'm saying? Like some of these guys from Florida, from California, that are faster, bro. That's what we need. We need some speed that can fly around, make tackles. We're doing pretty well in the run game, but when our linebackers have to defend, they're just not fast enough to get in range for these receivers, and they have a hard time tackling them because they can't catch them. So once we get some real deal playmakers at that linebacker spot, man, it's gonna complement our safeties who play it real well and our defensive linemen who play it really well. You know, at corner, all you need is some speed at corner, and you should be okay. Especially we're playing quarters most of the time, so you know, with that being like that, our corners aren't too much of a worry. But that linebacker position is crucial because they got to play both run and pass. All right, back in it now. We're headed towards that final week. I think we're on week 3 right now. I'm finishing this out real quick, and then going out to that final week and getting ready for National Signing Day. Trying to lock some of these guys in, man. Okay, we're still in the lead for Rowe. He's a guy we're not even like trying too heavy to recruit, to be honest. But I mean, hey, it's working, so it's all good. I'm gonna leave points on him, man, because you know we spent so much time recruiting him. Even if it's just a little bit of points, you know, at this point we might as well take him because you know there's no need of wasting. That's just a lot of time wasted if we don't even try to get him right. Looking at more linebackers win the lead for a few of these guys, so we can definitely get some talent in here, man. Definitely get some talent in here. Try to go for these 3-star guys first, man. Edwards and Stewart. You know what I mean? See if we can grab some of these guys. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna definitely be trying to push through these episodes. Like I said, this is the final episode of season 1. Season 2, I'm gonna try to drop those, you know, drop a few right after this one, man, and start getting into season 2, start diving in. Because now it's getting interesting, but also I'm gonna be able to play through more games because now it's gonna get faster. I don't know if y'all remember, but in the first episode, I told y'all some of these episodes will be a little longer. I'm aiming for half-hour to 45-minute episodes. So if it becomes an hour, like I said, that's because some of the processes take longer. But as I get the flow of Dynasty mode as a whole and start to get into a rhythm, I'll be able to play through a lot of this a lot faster in terms of games. Start getting 3 games in instead of just 2. You know, and just kind of uh, uh, just doing like a little tidying for recruiting instead of having to go through and like really analyze the recruiting board. If it's not necessary, you know, it'll be much less time consuming than normal, and then that'll allow for more games. So I get to the point where I can do 3 games, maybe even 4 games in some episodes, depending on how fast it goes. If we blow a team out, you know, it might go by a little faster or something like that. Or if we're playing better competition and we lose by a lot, that'll go by faster. But just trying to add more, you know, get through more of it, right? Start to get into the dynasty as a whole, right? Get some of these years knocked down, and man, we got a long way to go, bro. We just defensive coordinator right now, not even into year 2 just yet, and you know, we still gotta start fighting to get to a head coach job. If you're still watching right now, man, go into the comments and let me know whether you want, should I pursue an offensive coordinator job at some point, or should I go to head straight to head coach from defensive coordinator? Because I'm thinking about doing an OC for a little bit to get a feel of my offense before I go head coach. That's just my opinion, but y'all let me know in the comments. All right, so that's a wrap. Just finished up week 3, and we're heading to the final week of recruiting. Okay, offense looking at some guards and tackles there. Some 3-star guys look like it's not bad. Not bad, man. Offense getting right over there. Yeah, 3-star guys, second and third in interest level there. That's not bad at all. Auburn beat us out for this guy, for this outside linebacker. By a lot, but might I add, by a lot. Not even close. All right, y'all. End of recruiting for the final week. We're heading into National Signing Day. Getting ready to get into this, man. Let's see who we got committed. All right, we got a cornerback, right end, Bryant. So we did get him. Oh, another Bryant. Dang, which one was it? Defense tackle, Pimba. Strong safety. Oh, Jordan Johnson. So we didn't end up getting the free safety that we spent all that time on. Didn't even get him. It's crazy. Oh yeah. See, Rowe, he committed to Louisiana Tech. All that effort for nothing. It's all good though. So we got a couple of 3-star guys, man. We got a good bit of 3-star guys, which is really helpful. Like I said, man, we got a lot of 2-star, 1-star talent on the team. So any 3-stars we can get is helpful, bro. We got 2 3-star corners. No, 2 2-stars and a 3-star corner. We got 2 3-star linebackers, middle linebackers that can be used anywhere. We got another 3-star outside linebacker. Okay. Missed out on a couple guys, but that's okay. We got one. And that's more than enough because we can use one of our middle linebackers to play outside if necessary. We got 2 3-star defensive tackles. Hey, that's not bad. Year 1 recruiting, not bad. We learned a lot. So year 2 recruiting, y'all be on the lookout, man. It's gonna be a lot better. We're gonna try to, get a decent recruiting class in here. Going through some player changes, man. We're gonna move Trent Singleton over to free safety. All right. He goes up 2 overalls there, so we're gonna move him there, free safety. And I feel like we're lacking a little bit there. Yeah, he's literally our best. He's our best free safety. So after the position change, Wallace, we're gonna move over to strong safety. This is as like a depth type of deal here. This is not just overall. It's a depth thing. Having guys, that'll go down a depth chart, right? You still got to fill that out. Okay, looking at free safeties here. Trying to see what's the best fit, because you got to have depth as well. You don't know if somebody gets injured or anything of that sort. Looking at the linebackers now. We got Stewart. We're going to move Stewart. He's an overall better at right outside linebacker, so we're going to move him over there. We got Edwards here. He's 78 overall. Is he a freshman? No. Edwards is a senior. So he must have been a transfer portal guy. I don't know. I don't remember seeing him last year. So he must have been a transfer portal guy. He definitely wasn't better than Myrick last year. If I was paying attention at all, maybe I missed it, but definitely was not better than him last year. Myrick was only a sophomore? Or no, he's a junior, but I guess he's going into his senior year now. No, he was a sophomore. Bro, that's crazy. Okay, so we might have him for another year if he doesn't declare for the draft. Technically, if we do good, that's good because he'll end up going to the draft. But I mean, at the same time, wouldn't mind having him for one more season after this one. All right, we got Pimba, Caldwell. Oh yeah, Caldwell's way better, all the way up to a 71 overall. 70 overall at linebacker, 71 overall at the DB position. We're gonna move him to linebacker though. Goes up to a 70. That's crazy. From left outside linebacker. Or we didn't move him. He's better in his position, so there's no need to move him anyway. Felton is better as a free safety, strong safety. He's also better as outside linebacker, so we're gonna move him to left outside linebacker. Kind of just spreading out the linebackers here, man, making sure we get them in position to be the best that they can be because we need it, man. Like I said, this is our weakest position. We're gonna move Caldwell 70 overall at middle linebacker. So we're gonna move him there. All right, kind of filling it out now. We got Felton backing up Pimba over there. We got Marek Edwards, Stewart. Okay. 72. Okay, so we're gonna move him to the other side because he's better over there. Better overall at least. Like I said, man, we just get these guys in the best position to be able to succeed. That's the main thing. Get them in position to be able to succeed, and be the best overall. For that way, we can get them on the field. Have them playing their best. I think I'm gonna move Felton again. It's actually look kind of solid over there, to be honest. Move Hughes. Hughes is a big time playmaker, bro. We can't have him third on the depth chart. He doesn't have the best overall, but he's a playmaker, man. We all know that. All right, we kind of move Felton back. We got Hughes at outside linebacker now. Kind of spread them out, man. Make sure they get some playing time in there. You got to move these guys around. Kind of figure it out, right? Okay. Looking better, looking better. 72, 74, 77. At left outside, right outside, 72, 69. Still working on it, though. Still working on it. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Because it's, so yeah, 74, 72 now with the 69 down there at right outside linebacker, at left outside. You know what I mean? We're going to have those guys a little better stacked over there. I think it was like 81 and then down to 72 or something like that. Okay. Oh, it's, 77. 77. 77 to 72. We're going to move Jennings over. So right now we're just interchanging sides, right? Getting them the best possible overall. All right. Best possible overall. They're playing in, they're just on different sides, whether right or left. Not that much of a difference. Cornerback, not bad. Okay, we got an 83, 81 overall corner. Not bad. All right, so that's going to do it for National Signing Day. Let's get into it, man. Sheesh, jumping levels like crazy. Jumping levels like crazy, man. I'm gonna have to add those points, use them points on the skill tree. 82 overall defense. If y'all weren't paying attention, we went from a 79, from a 78, 79 defense. No. I think it was further than that. I think it was like 76, 75, 76, up to an 82 overall defense. 81 overall team as a whole, 82 defense. That's going to be good comp uh, in conference play. Outside of conference play, I'm not sure. It's 85 and up roughly for the most part, but in conference, we should be fine. Like I said, man, maxing out the motivator because that's the only one I had unlocked. I was kind of maxing that out, especially on the defensive side. That's what I'm focusing on. I haven't added anything to the offensive side because I'm a defensive coordinator right now. That's what I need to focus on. But then I unlocked the tactician branch, so I'm gonna go and do a few of those. You know what I mean? Some of these other ones I can unlock as well. I'm glad I finally realized that because then I can get some of these unlocked, like recruiting and stuff like that, and start working on that. Unlocking recruiting right here, um, because it's needed. Got to be able to recruit, especially on the defensive side. Make it easier to get some of these guys in here, man. Make the workload a lot easier. Like I said, we realize that it's more talent that we can get. I'm adding some tactician bonuses here. There's more guys we can get at a higher talent level, but these bonuses at recruiter or in the recruiter branch is going to help us, get even more or get some of these guys faster so we can add more talent to our board and to our roster. So this is big time, man. Like I said, I'm discovering all of this. I didn't know you can just unlock those branches with points. I thought after time, like with level increase, they would start to open up or, more opportunities as a head coach or, I really didn't know what. But I didn't know you just use your points to unlock them. I also thought it would be more points to unlock them, by the way, but it's all good. Hey, you got to learn. I'm a young defensive coordinator and I'm learning, all right? About as realistic as it gets. It's about that time heading into season 2. Man, if you have been here, I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me, man. If you have been here and you've watched all the episodes and you've been rocking through all of season 1, welcome to season 2. I appreciate you for sticking with me, man. Continue to stick out through the entire series and see how far we can take this thing, man. If you think about making your own series, bro, make your own series. Comment down below, man. I want to check it out. It's all fun. Just having fun for real, being creative. But I hope y'all are enjoying it, man. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, looking at the conference standings there, we're projected second. I think that's mainly because we finished second, but we're still projected there. Talent wise, I feel like it's kind of balanced. UL Monroe is definitely at the bottom of that division, but overall, everybody's kind of in that 78 to 81 range for the most part. The East side is definitely way weaker than the West, bro. No wonder that one game cost us, bro, because the East side, man, the East side lacking over there. Looking at some of the All Americans, see if we got any preseason All Americans over here. Definitely not gonna have any nationally right now, but coming soon. But we're gonna check out the conference, see if we got anything over here. Our cornerback Scruggs, he was number 8. He's still number 8. He's a preseason first team All American. Okay, we got a couple guys on the offense there. Who's that? Pryor and Carney on the offensive line. Second team All American guys. That's big. We got Fletcher at corner. Okay, senior corner. Second team All American. There we go. We got some guys, man. We got some things going for us. All right, we're past the preseason. Don't necessarily have to set up the recruiting board on here because I'm gonna have the computer do it for me, right? And then I can just go through and kind of pick and choose who I want to stay and who I want to go. Kind of do it like that, but I think we 4 less than last year for our needs, so it'll be a little bit easier recruiting year for us. We can focus on our needs, and that be that, right? That's going to help us move through games a lot faster and manage talent a lot better. To be honest, it's easier when you can focus on a smaller number of prospects that you need. It's way easier to get the best talent that way. Right now, I'm just making sure that our targeted players amount for each position matches our needs. So if I need 3 linebackers or outside linebackers, I don't want to have only 2 prospects on the board. I need like 4 or 5 of them, right? If I only need 1 corner, there's no need for me to have 4 corners on the board. Make sense? So it's kind of filling that out and seeing where we are in the running for these guys. I'm hoping we can get some of these guys early, man. Kind of knock it out a little bit and not have to worry too much about recruiting as a whole. But it shouldn't be too hard in general. See who's interested, see who we can add, kind of move the board around a little bit. Like I said, CPU already added these guys in there. Like we're just making tweaks, small tweaks. You can see they use about half of the, not half, maybe a couple hundred of the points or the hours. So we got a few to use there, but I don't really need to use it right now. I'll probably use it for scouting later on, something like that. But right now, just making sure the board is straight and getting these guys in as soon as we can. Couple decent prospects on the outside linebacker board. Man, we are really in a race for some of these 3-star guys, man. It's a lot of teams going after these guys, and we're all in the same range in terms of interest and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going for guys all over, man. We got some Texas guys on here, Alabama guys, Florida, California. It's a whole talent pool, man. I think Alabama is a pipeline state for us. Well, obviously Alabama is a pipeline state. Not Alabama, I meant Louisiana. I didn't realize Louisiana and Mississippi are pipeline states for us as well. So got to check out some more prospects from those areas. I know Louisiana definitely gonna have some dogs for sure. Always got to recruit Florida for sure. Got to recruit Florida. That's where you get the speed from. You got to do the dirty work now, man. Get the board set up, and then throughout the rest of the season, there's just so little that you have to do. You can kind of just get through the games, sim through the week, and just make your tiny adjustments here and there, and that's pretty much it, man. Pretty simple. Get the pain out of the way first, and then you just kind of coast the rest of the way. I actually prefer having it in order anyway, because then I know who I'm looking at. You start getting familiar with names and what style of player they are. If they have good speed, if they're press, and you can kind of shape around your play style. Whether when you don't know who you have coming in, you're kind of just throwing guys wherever you see fit. Don't really have a plan or anything. So we are starting out with a bye week in week 0. I'm gonna go ahead and sim through that. And like I did promise, I'm getting a game in even after all of this for you guys. I think this video probably ends up being like maybe 50 minutes to an hour long. Obviously, not including intro and outro and all that other stuff. Uh, but edit it down from like a 3 hour video, man. There's a lot of content put into this video that I had to chop up and get right. All the recruiting time. It takes a little minute, bro, because you're sifting through. You're trying to be strategic, trying to get it right. So it takes a minute, and all that time you got to cut it down so y'all don't get bored watching me click through freaking recruits all day for hours and hours. If you made it this far though, and you still want that timestamp is in the comments. So if you didn't hear that at the beginning or you missed it somehow, timestamp will be in the comments to get you to the gameplay later in this episode. But definitely watch the gameplay, man. All right, definitely watch the gameplay. If anything, if I mean, I want you to watch the whole thing. Kind of just kicking it, but sit back, grab a snack or something, and just hang out. Now we're getting into the depth chart, getting the best guys on the field. Best guys on the field. That's how we got to do it. Doesn't matter what, if they're a sophomore, freshman, senior, whatever. Best guys on the field. We need speed out there at DB. You know what I mean? We need fast guys on the field that can fly around and make plays. Everybody know on college football 25, speed is the main attribute. That's the main attribute, especially when you're allowing the CPU or the AI to kind of do its thing. The way I am, of course. If you're playing as a user, then it don't matter too much because you can kind of have that effect. But any players that you're not using, you definitely want to have the faster players on the field. Not bad, man. We got them from 75, 76 overall on defense up to 80. So that's 4 points we jump, man. We get some more 3 stars, some of these other, highly talented guys into the program. We can start getting into the mid 80s and high 80s at some point. I'm thinking of doing 4 seasons at South Alabama before I seek another job. Not 100% sure yet, but we will see what happens. All right, y'all. Here is our first opponent. We're looking at Pitt. Got a scrambler quarterback. Dude's pretty fast. He's a really good player. They got some guys, man, over there at Pitt. Like I said, this is an 85 overall team. Our defense is the highest, is probably the best attribute of our team, and um, that's not even 85. It's 80. So I think we're 80 across the board right now, but um, as a whole, I think the defense is the most talented all around. Getting to look at some of these guys. They got some decent speed at receiver. Checking out their line, looking for weak links. Y'all know how I do it already. If you've been here for a minute, you know what I look at. You know what I'm looking for. See if we can find some weak spots in this team to try to exploit. The left side of the line looks weaker than the right side, so we try to send some blitzes off the left edge, our right edge technically, but off the left side for them. Pro style offense, so they're gonna be running a lot of option things, a lot of NFL style offense stuff. Kind of looking for that. Maybe some gimmick plays here and there, but yeah, look for option, look for passes down the field, quick pops. That's what they're gonna have going on, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me and give y'all what y'all want, that gameplay. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Red bottoms, white tops. That's what we rocking. Game 1 of the season. All right. We have our expectation coming in, bro. Of course, we are trying to win, but at the end of the day, as defensive coordinator, I'm trying to do my job on defense and keep the other team from scoring or, limiting scoring and just having our guys fly around and make plays, bro. That's what it's all about. The more I can do that, the better it looks on me doing my job. All right, here we go. So if he's throwing a bomb, we there. Oh my gosh, we not there. Bro, I got a guy in position for this. I got him in position, and he doesn't stay with the receiver. The receiver stops. He keeps going. Yo, y'all, let me know in the comments, man. Does awareness play an effect into that, or is that just like that just happens, or what, bro? Because that's crazy. Getting in there, let's go. That's user all day. This is the only time where we can use user. I'm using one player. All right, so this is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But we getting the sack, man. Dropping them for a loss of 6. Durgan is my guy for the season. Okay, that's who I'm gonna be using over there on the left side, left end, technically right end, but you get the gist. That was Moss who finished the playoff. Miller getting a little tackle there, but Moss finished that last playoff. He was a true freshman last year, but now he is a sophomore. He made a big impact for us going towards the end of last season. Those 2 big wins we had, dominating wins, really scrambling out. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm not gonna lie. These quarterbacks be a lot quicker than what you think. Like you see their overall or whatever, 85, 84 speed or whatever, but they be a lot quicker when you actually get on the field. Miss the tackle, we get him down. Come on, Mark. You got to make that tackle. First drive not going well for us right now, y'all. Not going well. scrambles out, and he gets away again, bro. That's on me. That's technically my job, so that's on me. 100% on me. Pitt scores on their first drive. Oh, we go back down to get 3. Shout out to the offense. They're keeping us in the game. Shout out to the offense. Go down to get 3, bro. I have no plays in this playbook with a freaking spy. I'm gonna have to manually audible a spy. And zero finding some grass there. Five-yard game. We got 2nd and 5 coming up. There we go again. There we go. 32. There we go. 32. That's what I'm talking about. Finally coming downhill, making a play. No gainer. 3rd down. Let's see if we can get off the field. Getting some pressure, and he's got a guy open. I have got to learn how to guard those deep crossing routes. It's the only thing we don't have an answer for. The only thing. And obviously a deep ball where our guy just runs past the receiver and the receiver stops. That as well. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Pitt is up 7-3 right now. First and 10 after that conversion. Got a guy there, but can't really make the play. We do make the tackle though. It's all good, man. We got guys in position. We just got to start to get in front of some of these receivers. I really need to find some guys who gonna make that extra play, bro. You know that the extra effort. There we go. Get in there and break that up. I couldn't tell who was that. Was that Hughes or was that Edwards? It looked like Edwards, I think. Out into the flats. Oh, I thought we could have broke that up. That's Washington coming off the line. I got him in that drop zone. That's really pretty good for the big man over there on the left side. Dropping into the zone, making a play. Another crosser again, bro. We cannot get these guys off the field on 3rd down. We can't get them off the field. That is a huge problem, man, because this extends drives, and that's bad for us as a defense. These guys are already better than us overall wise. We leave them on the field like this, man. It could get ugly for us, bro. We got to get them off the field. See if we can hold them off here before half. Right in the end zone. We got it, bro. Our guy literally just stands behind the receiver. Stands behind him. Don't try to get in front. Don't try to replace or nothing. Just stand there. Touchdown Pitt. And the offense gave him the ball back with 10 seconds left in the half. All right, let's see if we can at least get out of half. Kind of manage some of this damage. Easy run up the gut. But I think we're going to end up getting out of the half at least before Pitt can put together another drive. Hopefully the offense can get some points and get us back in this thing, man. Not looking good so far, y'all. 14-3 at the half. Not looking good. 3 down conversions. That is never good. They have doubled our time of possession as well. They got 132 passing yards. Not bad in the run game, but that's still kind of above our standard. We got some things to fix. There we go. Big time play, boy. That's what I'm talking about. There we go, Washington. You got to take over. You got to take over the game. You got to take over the game, bro. Nobody else is going to do it. We're in the 3rd quarter now, y'all. 10 gets outside. Okay, there we go. There we go. We keep him corralled. Keep him corralled. Miller coming down to help out as well. Man, I'm glad to have him back. Glad to have Miller back. We do have a bit of a tough schedule here early on in the season, man. Oh my gosh, another first down. Come on, Mark. It's right across the middle. Is that a tight end? Like a tight end, bro. Come on. Like I said, we got a lot of talent or talented teams that we're playing early on in the season. Another one right across the middle. Again, right across the middle. It's wide. It's wide open. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, talented teams early on in the season, and then hopefully once we get into conference play, things will start to roll over for us. We have some uh, growing pains under our belt. Oh, fumble! Did we get that? Did we get that? Is that inbounds? Oh, it looked like it was inbounds though. I'm gonna challenge it. I'm gonna challenge it. Yeah, that ball, that ball is well out of bounds, bro. I feel like they blew the whistle a little late. No, am I tripping? Yeah, that ball was well out of bounds, bro. Not even close. When we get the fumble, it's just unfortunate that we couldn't get the ball, bro. That would have been a great turnover for us. Helped us out a lot. It is what it is, man. Down to the 22-yard line. And Zero's up the gut for another 5. Easy. Easy. Mark is not coming down and filling the gaps right now, bro. He's not having a good game at all. Gap is right there. He's not flying down the field. That should have been a pick. And it was caught. Yeah, man, that should have been pick, bro. That should have been a pick. He's there. He's there. He's breaking down on it. And the guy, he didn't even break the pass up either. There we go, getting in the gap. Durgan. Hey, I'm not having too bad of a game using Durgan right now, bro. Not too bad. I missed a few assignments, but you know, not too bad of a game. Pitt is putting it on us right now. Oh, and then of course I jinxed myself. I jinxed myself, of course. Touchdown Pitt. Not a good game for us at all, bro. I mean, we are outclassed. I get it, but we missed a couple of good opportunities here, man, to make this game a lot closer than what it seems right now. And we just have not capitalized. There we go. Flying to the ball a little bit better. I have got to find a comfortable scheme for the defense and stick to it, man, and kind of just adjust from there. I have the quarters going. We got a sack. That's Moss. There we go. Young Bull getting the sack again. I think he got 2 TFLs, 1 sack. I don't know if he shares that sack that I technically work for, but I mean he did finish the sack, so he should have got some credit for it. Scrambling, he's getting out, and we get them off the field. Oh my goodness, it is a miracle. We get him off the field. His first time punting all day, I think. Not a great game for us, bro. But I mean, what can you really do? We're outclassed, we're outmatched, and really did not have the best game plan for this. I run this quarters defense because it helps us guard the passing game, but I might have to come out of it and just run some base stuff, man, or something. This did not work out well for us. We just couldn't get them off the field. We had a few third downs come up, and we couldn't finish that and get them off the field to give our offense more opportunities, man. 91% completion percentage. That's crazy. 200 passing yards. He probably had at least 50 rushing yards scrambling. He had a scrambling touchdown, as you can see. So, yeah, man, he killed us. He killed us. We scouted and everything. We knew he had running ability. I just have 0 plays in this playbook for uh, what is it? Spying the quarterback. I have no plays, bro. Only 1 play, and the coverage doesn't fit well for it. And at the same time, we're giving up a lot on the passing side. All right, 267 passing yards, 46 rushing. That's actually not that bad. But 4 out of 5 on third down conversions. 4 out of 5. They only missed 1 third down conversion, bro. So that means they probably got points on multiple drives that should have been stopped, and they got points on those. Probably those 3 where they scored 7. And I think we lost the turnover battle as well. Overall, not a good game, man. I know that was a lot for us to go through to get here and just not have a great game, but I still wanted to get y'all some gameplay. I hope you guys did enjoy the gameplay. Um, be on the lookout for more episodes coming, man. I got a lot more coming, a lot more of season 2 coming and on the way. Unfortunately, we do get our first game in for season 2 on the last season 1 episode, but it is what it is. Sometimes it just happens like that, man. I had to get something in for you guys after all that time recruiting and going through a bunch of lists and stuff that y'all don't want to see. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the channel. Uh, Definitely support, like, comment, subscribe, and all those good old things, man. Share the content. Come back and watch more if you're enjoying it, bro. Definitely not our best performance, but week 1 is in the books. Like I say, we're still actually trying to rebuild in this second season here, trying to stack our defense and figure out who we are as a defense, right? Learn how to shut some of these better teams down. We got Tulane coming up. We got Auburn. So, like I said, 2 very tough games coming up. Very tough games. It's not going to be easy, man. At the end of the day, we're going to grind through this season. We're going to get better. It's going to make us a better team overall. But yeah, without further ado, man, I will see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.